Basically, my girlfriend, 22 female, lied to me, 25 male, saying she was meeting up with 2 girlfriends for a night out, but instead went to a different friend's hotel room party with other guys and girls. She's not cheated, but she's lied about her whereabouts. Hi, all, this is a long post. First half is a little background, second half is the main bit. I've been with my girlfriend for a year. I'd say we have a good relationship. She was the one who asked me to make it official, and I'm posted on her Instagram. We both live with our parents, but hers are very strict and traditional. For the first 6 to 7 months, our relationship was like bliss. It was almost too good, to the point I used to wonder. It was like she was on her best behavior. It's important to mention that my girlfriend's parents are very strict, and she had curfews, but I didn't know this at the time. I used to fully trust her, and take her word for everything. I remember thinking that I've finally found someone I can trust. One weekend, we went on holiday. We've been on holiday before several times with no issue. In the evening, we started to talk about family and parents, and long story short, my girlfriend opened up a little about her dad being very strict. I had no idea at the time, and it seemed like it was a little distressing. Later in the night, I think talking about her dad triggered something, and she ran off in the town center at midnight. We were outside a bar, I glanced away for 10 seconds, and she was gone. Long story short, I spent the next few hours trawling the streets drunk trying to find her, until it was the early morning. I was about to call the police and her parents. She came in at 6 a.m. at the accommodation we had rented, literally looking like she had slept in the park. I asked what happened, why did you run off? My girlfriend revealed to me that her father is abusive, a control freak, and she hates him. I think she may have had a mental breakdown of some sort. He has tried to hit her, and is also abusive to his wife too. She has curfews, is not allowed out at night, for nights out, and the fact she even has me as a boyfriend was a massive thing for her, as her dad wouldn't normally allow this. All other relationships she's had were done in secret. My girlfriend is used to lying to her father, although she doesn't lie to her mom, as the dad is abusive to both of them. She says she hates the man. A week before the incident happened, she was calling me her soulmate and stuff like that. It was almost like her true colors showed after this event, because our relationship started to go a little downhill. The reason I made this post. Recently, my girlfriend went on a night out. It was planned on the day, and she texted me whilst I was working that her girlfriend had a spare ticket to an event, and it'll be a girls' night, her and 2 other girls. Later in the evening she called me, and said she's going. I asked her a little more about the event, and she said it's an open invitation, implying if I wanted to come, but I said no, it's just a girls' night so I won't. They were going to go to her girlfriend's house, and then get their mom to drop them into the town center. That's cool. Later in the night, I see my girlfriend reposting an Insta story she's tagged in, and she's with her male friend, who I know, but it looks like they're in a hotel room. I have her male friend on Insta, and in another story he has a group pic of 4 girls, one of them is my girlfriend, and 4 guys. Later on I confirmed this was everyone who was in the group. Now here some alarm bells went off, my girlfriend was meant to be with 2 other girlfriends only. In the group pic, none of her 2 girlfriends were there. At this point of time, I'm at home thinking it's a girls' night out, and she's at her friend's house. After seeing the story, I get a message from my girlfriend. OMG, you won't believe we bumped into Megan, friend from the second group, and all her mates. No mention of any hotel room or anything, but I knew she was in a hotel room, drinking with these guys and girls based on her friend's Insta story. I asked her, no way, you bumped into them at your girlfriend's, group one's, house? She replied with, no, we are out. Her reply made me realize that something is off. She said her friend, group 1, needed the toilet really bad, and they stopped at the hotel. No mention of them stopping at the hotel, going up to a friend's room for drinking, basically joining a party, no nothing. We live in a busy city, and there is bar after bar in the town center. If you were desperate to use the bathroom, you would never skip all the bars you are walking past, and head to a hotel to use a bathroom. This is what didn't make sense to me. I got some more details out of her the next day as I didn't buy the explanation, and she basically said they were trying to get to a bar and her friend could not wait, so they went to the hotel as it was on the way. This was impossible, because the bars came first, and they'd need to walk an extra 1 to 2 minutes to get to the hotel and take a small detour. Anyways, I'm at home getting this text off her. No mention she's at a hotel room with other guys and girls. Later on at 2 a.m. she posts a Snapchat story of her dancing with all the people from the second group, but none of her two original friends were there. At this point, I was almost adamant she had lied to me, but I had no concrete proof. We were meant to see each other the next day anyways, so I asked her how her night went. At this point, if it wasn't for the social media stories, I went to bed thinking my girlfriend had a girls' night with two friends. My girlfriend then told me her story. She went to her friend's house, group 1, and then their mom dropped all 3 girls to the club. Because the club hadn't opened yet, they walked to a bar, but her friend was dying for the toilet, so they stopped at the hotel, as it was on the way, and came first. This is not true. Whilst her friend was using the bathroom at the hotel bar, they happened to bump into one of her friends from the second group who happened to be pre-drinking in a hotel room upstairs. So my girlfriend and 2 friends joined the second group in the hotel room. Everyone from the second group were also going to this same event, so it made sense. Now, the chances of this happening are so slim that I just didn't buy it, but I gave my girlfriend the benefit of the doubt. They all went out to the event in the end. Over the past days, I brought up this night out again in conversation. Not like, you're lying, but more in conversation and get more details about the night. I kept giving her chances of coming clean and telling the truth, but she stuck to this story. I asked her in particular which friends she was out with, exactly which bar they were looking to go, and I sorta implied that her bumping into her friend in the hotel is 1 in a million. My gut knew I was being lied to, but I didn't tell her. Fast forward, I joined a night out with my girlfriend and 2 of her friends from the hotel room. My girlfriend was still making her way, but I was speaking to her friends at the bar. The story he told me was completely different. The real story. He messaged my girlfriend that she should come out to the event, and they have a hotel room and she should come meet him and others there, as they are having a little party. I asked him if she came by herself, and he said yes, she came by herself, no other girls. I also asked him if he actually messaged her to come meet them in the hotel room, and he said yes, it was planned. This refutes what my girlfriend saying it was a chance encounter. My girlfriend's male friend also said to invite me at the time, but she said, he's busy. My girlfriend didn't even ask me. Later in the night, I asked her other friend if my girlfriend came alone, and she also confirmed. I didn't tell them that my girlfriend told me something else, as I didn't want to start an argument on a night out. Basically, my girlfriend lied to me about this night out, and I'm genuinely surprised on how good her lie was. It was so good that I almost bought it, had she not mentioned the hotel room along with the social media posts. I'm shocked how well she can lie to my face, and she tells me she loves me. I'm all over her social media. At this party of hers, she met 4 other guys and followed them on Insta, who are friends of her male friend, and she has started to like one of the guys' posts. Insta is set as public. Normally, I couldn't care, however, now I feel like I can't trust her. In a group picture at the event, she has her arm around a guy's neck, like a best friend type of arm around the neck. It was super close. There were guys and girls in that pic, but that was the first time she met that guy. I appreciate in pics you do that, but it was close enough that you'd think he was the boyfriend. Throughout our relationship, I told her how important trust is and told her there is no love without trust. I'm not sure if her lying to her father all her life has something to do with it. I now question everything my girlfriend tells me, because I don't know if it's the truth or not. I don't know if I should call her out on it, or if I should tell her friends that she lied to me about the night out. I don't like others knowing about our relationship problems. I'm not sure if I should act a bit more naive and see if she slips up on anything again before speaking to her. How much more investigation do you need to convince yourself? She lies to her dad all the time, but you want to think she is incapable of lying to you. Dude. She has daddy issues. She lies to him. At first you helped her to feel better, but now you are just like her father. So now you get treated like him. She needs therapy. You need out. Good luck. I agree. This girl used to treat me like a king before. I genuinely can't fault our relationship. But I think this was all an act, because when she ran away whilst we were on holiday, she said this is the real me now. Things went crap afterwards. Even on holiday, she had to lie to her dad that she was with me and a family relative. She had to lie about New Year's Eve because her dad didn't want her going out. Sounds like she's using you as a cover. Sounds like she regularly uses people as covers. No, it just sounds like her father is abusive and she's trying to live her life anyway. If you're starting to see cockroaches, then the house is probably infested. If you've caught her in this elaborate lie, it's highly likely there are many more that took place. It's up to you if you want to hash it out. In my opinion, she would need to come clean about everything she has ever lied about, for me to continue the relationship. Next lie, it's over. However, given the multitude of lies she's told to facilitate partying without you around, it's clear she belongs to the streets. Something is definitely amiss. Unfortunately, your girlfriend is from a troubled background, sad to say, but that alone will bring issues to the relationship, especially because she's still quite young and hasn't left home and hasn't had a chance to start healing from the dysfunction and abuse. She's a good liar because she had to be. She lies well enough to convince her father. No, you can't trust her. I would give her one chance to show you she can be trusted, and if she doesn't, then break up. OP, this is the best take here. She may have done nothing problematic, except the lying. You're right to focus on that and not worry about what else may or may not have happened. But as you said, she has gotten really good at lying to avoid control by her father. That's a predictable and reasonable coping strategy for dealing with dad. But unfortunately, it can easily become a default to hide details of your life. It's also easy to project the abusive parent onto your SO unconsciously, which leads to use of that same coping mechanism. She likely in some way identifies you with her father, likely for no identifiable reason other than you're an important male in her life. It's clear lying is a go-to for her. Anyway, she is going to need counseling to help remove lying as a default strategy. And to be able to separate her father from others. It's fixable. But you may not want to stick around while she works on it. By the way, this comes from personal experience. I hid my entire teenage life from a parent, and then years later it affected my marriage when I projected that parent on my spouse, resulting in lying about stupid crap. Hey, thanks for the reply. Would you believe, for the first 7 months, our relationship was like bliss. I remember being so in love and thinking I can trust this girl with my eyes closed. Unfortunately, in the last few months, I saw some cracks and my trust slowly started to fall. When my girlfriend used to tell me stuff in the past, I took her word as the truth and it was case closed. Now, however, I'm poking a little more deeply when she tells me stuff. If she's going out somewhere, I'll ask for more information. Perhaps you're right, I'm becoming a little more cautious and starting to peer into her life more because of the lack of trust, and she's reacting like I'm her father, and lying. I just don't trust her word anymore, and I have felt this for the past few months. I love her, but if she went on a night out and I wasn't there, I'd not believe her. You've got a choice in front of you. Both of which may end up with you leaving. 1. Just leave. I would tell her why. 2. Stay, but sit down with her and have a serious conversation about this. That you know that she wove an extensive web of lies about that night, she doesn't need to know how you know, and that you're worried that lying is a go-to strategy for her. And that you're willing to stay if she gets into therapy and works on this. Only you can decide if this is an investment you want to make. Leaving is hard, despite what the other comments are saying. Just leave, bro, it's easy. Just have a conversation and help her understand what she is doing. If she can't accept what she has done and won't change, then you need to leave. Yes. In my opinion, the problem with this sub isn't that we tell people to break up so often. People are usually in dire straits when they post here, but that we're so glib about it, myself included. Breaking up is effing hard no matter what kind of relationship you have, and it'd be nice if that was acknowledged. She lied to you. She made up a story to meet other dudes in a hotel room, and I maybe assumed too much, but let's be honest. Adults don't just meet up in hotels for a slumber party, if you understand me, especially not someone who deliberately lied to her boyfriend about it. Break up and move on, you don't need her to tell you what you already know. She lied and betrayed your trust, cheated probably too. At this hotel party, there were 2 of her friends she already knew, and 4 new guys. They all followed her on Insta, which is fine, but I only know of this by doing some Insta stalking. I had a gut feeling on the night I was being lied to. There have been some other little red flags in the relationship that I'm trying hard to ignore. If someone was to ask me now if I trusted my girlfriend, the answer is no, but I love her. On the night she went out, I genuinely could not sleep. My heart was racing, and it was because I knew she lied to me. If she went out again, and I'm not there, I just couldn't believe her word. Stop trying hard to ignore red flags. Red flags are your friend, they tell you when to leave someone. All you need to do is ask and answer this question, yes or no. Do you want to date a deceitful liar? Because that is who you're supposedly in love with, and that's where ignoring red flags gets you. On one hand, she's lovely. She messages she loves me, I'm on her Instagram posts, and she's introduced me to all her friends, and even her coworkers know about me. But on the other hand, she is able to lie to my face, even after I told her honesty is important to me. She's still stuck with her story. I'd say the majority of red flags have happened in the last 5 months. I hate to say this, but last month I wrote down a list of her red flags, and tried to sugarcoat it. She is hot, but I know for certain I can't marry or settle down with this woman. I want a teammate, but at one point she was, but after the honeymoon phase, I realized she isn't. I can assure you there are women who do this, and far more, and still cheat. I had an ex who tattooed my name very big and bold on her waist, even though I told her not to, just to prove to me that she loves me and I'm the only one, and guess what? She was cheating on me. To this day I haven't seen the tattoo in person, only on a picture the day she did it. Not every guy they cheat with will have an empathetic conscience and realize that what he's doing is bad and he needs to come clean to you. Most of them don't really give a crap, and the fact she has a boyfriend would just be more thrill to them. She continued to lie even though you told her how important being honest in the relationship is. That just shows she has no respect for neither you nor the relationship. Trust is the foundation of relationships. You have already expressed that you don't feel you can trust her now. So it's kind of done, guy, but that's up to you. Do not set up elaborate traps to catch her in more lies, and don't set her up to lie more. Sit her down, tell her what you know, don't ask anymore, say what you know, and either break up with her or give her a moment to come clean after saying what you know. If you feel the explanation is more lies, then break up. It sounds like she comes from a family where she has had to perfect lying to simply live her life, and it is now a habit. She may be so passive that she would rather do all of this than say, I'm invited to this thing and I would like the night to myself for it. We can go out together another time. She may fear this will anger you or cause a fight, from her trauma from dad, so she makes up tales to avoid conflict or saying what she needs. That being said, it is not your responsibility to work through her habit of lying that stems from trauma. It is not your responsibility to end this habit to avoid conflict. She needs to work on that on her own, and you aren't required to stick around for it. Decide what you want and do it, but don't make elaborate games to prove to yourself what you need. I doubt her dad abused her, probably a lie for attention. She is very good at manipulating the story to receive the outcome she wants. You say she has a curfew and he is very strict, etc., but yet you take vacations together? Yes, I don't think so. OP, just leave, you honestly don't even know her. That alone is enough reason to break up. Your partner should bring you good vibes, not anxiety. Don't fall for the sunk cost fallacy. If you see no reason nor effort on her part to remedy this and actually improve, then you're doomed to face more situations of the sort that'll only further erode your trust in her. She comes from a dysfunctional household. It has affected her in more ways than she might actually realize. She needs therapy. If she can lie that easily and well about a hotel party, why would you ever trust she is faithful? The only common denominator in cheating is dishonesty and greed. She had something she wanted and could get it by lying to you. She chose to then do that. So in the future, even if she didn't cheat now, she will. It's time to let this one go. It's not worth it. I wouldn't even question her. Just break up and tell her she doesn't deserve to know why.